Imagine this. You're staring at your bank account and the number staring back at you is zero. Or maybe it's worse. Maybe it's a negative number with a little red dash next to it. You feel like the walls are closing in. You're scrolling through social media, seeing 22-year-old entrepreneurs posting about their passive income, while you're wondering if you can afford the good brand of peanut butter this week. You feel like you're at the bottom of a hole and everyone else is up at the top throwing dirt down on you. It's exhausting, it's humiliating, and it makes you want to just check out. My name is Zach, and I spend way too much time thinking about the cold, hard mathematics of climbing out of a financial hole. If you're someone who is currently broke, feeling stuck, and looking for a way to rewrite your story starting from absolute zero, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, here's the thing. Being broke at $0 is actually a position of power if you know how to use it. Why? Because you have nothing left to lose, which means you can finally stop playing the status game that got you here. Most people are fake rich. They have the $60,000 SUV and the $2,500 designer apartment, but their net worth is actually deeper in the negative than yours is. You are starting with a clean slate. But we have to talk about the 2026 reality. In today's economy, the old advice of just skip your latte is not just useless, it's insulting. When rent has spiked by 25% and basic utilities are costing people $400 a month, a $5 coffee isn't the reason you're broke. You're broke because your income to survival ratio is broken. If you earn $3,000 a month and your basic existence costs $2,950, you aren't living, you're just the biological machine processing bills for your landlord. The first thing we have to fix is the psychology. Most people at $0 suffer from scarcity brain. When you have no money, your IQ literally drops because your brain is stuck in survival mode. You start making impulsive, short-term decisions, like taking out a payday loan at 400% APR, or putting a grocery bill on a credit card. You're trying to solve a long-term problem with a short-term bandage, and the math is screaming at you that it's not going to work. Here is the first bombshell. You cannot save your way out of zero. You can only income your way out. If you have no money, your number one job isn't clipping coupons. It's increasing your value per hour. In 2026, the world doesn't pay you for hard work. It pays you for inconvenience or specialization. If you're doing something that anyone can do, you will be paid the bare minimum. To get from $0 to $1,000, you need to do the jobs that other people are too proud or too lazy to do. Now, you might be thinking, Zach, I don't have any skills to sell. Look, that is a dangerous lie. In 2026, information is free, but execution is expensive. If you can learn a high-income skill, digital plumbing, AI prompting, or even specialized high-end cleaning, you can go from $0 to $50 an hour in 90 days. But you have to stop trading your time for a wage and start trading it for a result. Let's look at the math of the recovery phase. To get your finances fixed, you need an emergency fund of exactly $2,450. Why that specific number? Because that is the average cost of a major life happens event in 2026. A transmission failure, a medical deductible, a last-minute flight. Until you have that $2,450, you are financially naked. Every extra penny you earn from your side hustle or your overtime needs to go into a high-yield account that you don't touch. This is where it gets really interesting. The moment you hit that $2,450 mark, your psychology changes. You stop acting out of fear. When your boss yells at you, you don't panic because you know you have a 2-month runway. That confidence capital allows you to negotiate better and think better. But here's where most people fail. Lifestyle creep. As soon as they get $5,000 in the bank, they think they deserve a treat. They buy the new iPhone or the upgraded car. That is a total shell game. You're just handing your freedom back to the corporations. If you're starting from $0, you don't get to live normally until your assets pay for your lifestyle. Direct confrontation time. If you're at $0 and you're spending more than 3 hours a day on entertainment, Netflix, TikTok, gaming, you're choosing to stay broke. You're trading your future wealth for cheap dopamine. In 2026, attention is the new currency. If you're not using your attention to build an income stream, you are the product being sold. Bombshell number 2. Your credit is not a toy, it's a weapon that is currently being used against you. If you have credit card debt at 24% APR, you are in a financial emergency. There's no investment on earth, not Bitcoin, not the S&P 500, that will consistently pay you 24%. By not paying off that debt, you're effectively giving the bank a guaranteed 24% return on your life. Let's do the math. If you owe $5,000 and only pay the minimum, you will pay over $12,000 back over 10 years. That is $7,000 of your labor stolen by a math equation. You need to use the debt avalanche method. List your debts by interest rate and attack the highest one with every spare dollar while paying the minimum on the rest. Don't listen to the people who say pay the smallest balance first for the psychological win. We're here for the math win. In 2026, we don't have the luxury of feeling good. We need to be efficient. The transition from zero to stable is purely about math. The transition from stable to wealthy is purely about psychology. You have to move from a consumer mindset to a producer mindset. Instead of thinking, how much does this cost? You need to start asking, how much time does this buy me? Every $100 you save is not $100. It is 4 hours of your life you just bought back from the system. So here's your 12-minute roadmap for starting from $0. Step 1, the survival audit. Cut every recurring subscription that isn't helping you earn money. If you're not using it to build, it's a tax on your poverty. Step 2, the value hunt. Find one skill you can learn in 30 days that people will pay $30 plus an hour for. Clean gutters, flip furniture, rake code. Just do something. Step 3, the buffer build. Aggressively save until you hit that $2,450 emergency fund. Do not invest, do not buy stocks, do not gamble. Just save until you can breathe. Look, the 2026 economy is rigged against the person who doesn't have a plan. It's designed to keep you in a cycle of work, spend, and repeat until you're too old to enjoy the exit. But for the person who is willing to do the math and keep their sarcasm high and their expenses low, it's a land of opportunity. You can go from $0 to $10,000 faster than any generation in history, but you have to be willing to be weird. You have to be willing to say no to the bar so you can say yes to your freedom. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start making entries in your ledger, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notifications. Give this video a thumbs up so we can show the algorithm that we're taking our lives back. I'm Zach, and I spend way too much time thinking about this so you don't have to. If you want to know which skills are actually worth learning right now to hit that first 10K, watch my next video on the 3 high-income skills you can learn for free in 2026. I'll see you over there.